But I won't be able to offer my prayers to Adios here again for quite some time. So I decided to get up early and pray for all the days I'm going to be missing too. Okay, I think we can do this as we are right now. We'd have to get pretty lucky with Joshua getting a kill here, though. If that can't happen, we might be a little screwed. Yeah. Let's go for it. See what we got. And that, I'm still not sure why its little minion is... When it tries to use recovery liquid, it's not healing it. I mean, it's preferable to the alternative, but... Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be it for Reese. Okay. Joshua's not gonna last much longer. He probably won't even last through the next turn. Man. Yeah. That's Rip Joshua. She still has dark matters left in her. And if only Father Kevin... Dang, it's down to the wire, but I still... Yeah. This is gonna nearly kill, yeah. Now I'm wondering if this thing is susceptible to clock down. We really just needed one more turn, but... Oh. Can she do it? If this dark matter might be able to win us the fight, we'd have to get pretty lucky. Oh. Wow. Yeah, that could have, that could definitely have gone south for us at any point. Okay. Didn't have to fight the weaker thing. And a mind 3 for our troubles. Okay, so that was a second attempt, but there definitely could easily have been a third. Ugh, that thing was crazy. I can't believe we were able to defeat it. But now... That was truly a delightful spectacle. Well, take your reward. You've earned it. Oh. That's gotta be... Whoa. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna turn out to be a fake. Thank goodness. I'm glad we got it for you, Julia. Surprised you made good on your promises. Or surprised you make good on your promises. Now, you ready to cut down to the chase? What do you want from us? What the hell is the point of all of this? Poor Kevin Graham. Poor, pitiful Kevin. Please try not to let me down any more than you already have. I am a phantasm, a shadow. Much as a shadow only exists when there is something to cast it, I too only exist because of something within your number. So is the Lord of Phantasma gonna turn out to be Lady Rufina of Phantasma or something? Do you grasp my meaning? What? Kevin? How could I? You're just spouting nonsense. If you think being all cryptic is gonna confuse us and lead us astray, you're very much mistaken, buddy. True enough. Spouting cryptic nonsense is simply what I do. That is what you believe, is it? Then it must be true. Huh. So the Lord of Phantasma is saying that we're shaped by... Like, the Lord is shaped by our perceptions of him? Screw you. Perhaps I ought to go by a different name after all. How do you think Lord of Nonsense sounds? More fitting, perhaps. I said screw you! Whoa! That actually connected? Kevin? What's wrong with you? Nothing. Don't worry. That's literally just a shadow. It is? Oh. So that was a body double. Or an empty shell is more appropriate in this case. And they must have switched while we were fighting that devil. I commend you for noticing. Still, your role on this plane is now over. Really? Add the wings of white to your number and journey on deeper into the abyss you stand inside. I shall be awaiting our next encounter. The wings of white. Like, I feel like Chloe is gonna be the next person, but I don't know how wings of white is applicable to her at all. Please. They take their overblown theatrics way too seriously. Our resident evildoer is gonna have to work on their act if they want to sound like anything more than a walking cliche. Anyway, we're done here. And we've got ourselves another ceiling stone to open up. So let's mosey on back to the base. I think we all know who's inside at this point. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wings of White. Chapter 2, The Otherworldly Capital. End. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky the Third. We will be saving, and then we'll just continue on to the very next chapter. But that was a pretty difficult boss battle, though. I'm just glad it didn't come to grinding. I'm so sorry, Kevin. I failed as your mother. Huh? But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. At least this way, the two of us can... Ugh. Oh, okay. I was like, is Rufina talking? What does that mean? That dream again. How long is it going to take before it goes away? It had to happen on Rufina's big day, too. I was hoping I'd be able to stop worrying her when I got older, but at this rate... I'm sure she's plenty used to you worrying her already. Whoa, that look. That look in Reese's eyes. She's like, you're lower than filth. Oh, it's you, Reese. Don't scare me like that. How long have you been in here? For a while. We're supposed to be cleaning the chapel today, but you weren't getting up, so I came to check on you. You seem to be having a nightmare, though, so I thought I'd wake you. Oh, okay. Sorry, Reese. I was being a pain for you again, wasn't I? No more than usual. You've been a loser since the day I met you. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Ouch. Kick a guy while he's down, why don't ya? Well, whatever. We don't want to be late for breakfast on Rufina's big day. So let's go and get this done. Alright. So, this is the day Rufina officially becomes a Grulsritter? Rufina? Oh. Good morning, you two. I wasn't expecting to see you here this early. Are you on cleaning duty today? Yes, but... What are you doing up so early? You've got a long journey ahead of you. You need plenty of sleep or you're gonna be exhausted before you even get there. Or maybe she was... Wait, was she already a Grulsritter when we met her? I mean, isn't Arteria ages away from here? Oh, she's going to Arteria. Well, yes. But I won't be able to offer my prayers to Adios here again for quite some time. So I decided to get up early and pray for all the days I'm going to be missing too. Seriously? That's why? That's very you. Are you really going to be that busy though? I thought you might be able to come home from time to time at least. I wish I could say otherwise, but I probably will. I've only just become a squire, so there'll be plenty of work in store for me. I'll be lucky to find time to sleep, never mind come home. I might be able to squeeze some time into my schedule once I've gotten the hang of the workload, but until then... Okay. And that's why you've gotten sleep now while you still can. Or why you've gotta sleep. Come on! You've done enough praying for one day, so go back to bed until breakfast or something. You're so cold to me. What? How? I thought you'd want to make the most of the time you've got left with me, but it's like you don't even want me here. Did I do a bad job at raising you two? I never said I didn't want you here. And you might have done a lot for me, but raising me is a stretch. It's okay. He's just embarrassed. He's actually more than happy to talk to you. He's just terrible at showing it. Oh, get over yourself! Is that so now? I should have known. You're such a typical boy, Kevin. They all act indifferent to avoid letting their loved ones know just how much they care. And don't forget, he's at that rebellious age, too. How have I managed to survive being twisted around your fingers for so long? Is trying to toy with the hearts of innocent young boys a family thing, or what? Oh, I'd hardly say young. It's been about 5 years by now, you know. Okay. So I'd say Kevin is probably roughly maybe 12 or 13 at this point then. Ah, speaking of which, I think I'm starting to get a craving for some chocolate. Maybe I should pick some up on the way to the station. Quincy Bell, of course, for obvious reasons. Oh, their new mint chocolate's my current favorite. Mint chocolate is pretty delectable. The fresh aftertaste mixes in with the chocolate's flavor really well. Surprisingly well, yeah. I'll admit that does sound tempting, but I think I'm more in the mood for the classic milk this time. That flavor will always be a fun little trip down memory lane for me. Because of how we met? And Reese is like, she doesn't like that memory very much. Kevin, you're disgusting. She goes after Kevin? Why? I think we all get that warm and fuzzy feeling when we look back on it. After all, the day you came to live with us, Kevin, was the start of many, many new and wonderful memories. I treasure every single one I've made during these 5 years. They're all priceless to me. Then why did you decide to become a squire and leave us? It just doesn't seem like the right job for you. Even if you wanted to be in the church, couldn't you have become a sister at the chapel in town or something? I'm sorry, Kevin. Apparently, I've just got the aptitude for it, or so I've been told. I feel like the best thing I can do is make use of that and try to help people in the best way I can. Of course, there's always the chance I won't be cut out for it at all and will have to come home anyway. There's no way a girl as naive as you is gonna be any good with the kind of crazy tough stuff you'd have to, do. You better come straight back home once you've had enough. Reese is just nodding along. Really? Well, if it does come to that, I'll be expecting a nice warm welcome from the two of you. And with that, I believe this conversation has done a lovely job with helping you procrastinate cleaning for long enough. Should I lend a hand? If we're going to do the job, we might as well do it perfectly and have the whole chapel sparkling. So that was the day that she left for Arteria. 5 years after they met. Chapter 3, Golden Road, Silver Road. So, instead of Golden Wings, Silver Wings? Or Golden Will, Silver Wings. White wings. It's gotta be Chloe, right? But what the heck is... What does white wings mean? Wait, we've got double trouble? 2 lights? I wonder if the other one could be Olivier. So is it... Oh! Alright? Oh, white wings. Okay, that makes sense now. What just happened? Julia? Did you not leave for your training exercise on board the Arteria? I'm so relieved to see you safe, Your Highness. I see Zeke is with you too. He is, but, I'm not quite sure what's going on. What?
Long time no see.
Hi, Chloe! I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. What are you all doing here? Oh.
It's good to see you again, Chloe. And Sieg too, of course. You two look well.
Thank you. I'm not sure what to say. I feel like I should be waking up any moment now, but I'm not sure I even want to.
Alright.
I see. We found ourselves in quite the predicament, haven't we? I'm relieved to hear that the empty Gronsel you found wasn't the real city, but still. Unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily rule out the real capital being in danger. We're dealing with something that has such great power it can create a flawless replica of a vast city. There's no telling how far its influence could extend. Reese, surely there is no need to worry your soul. We have nothing to gain from shying away from the truth. If anything, she's helping me better understand the gravity of the situation we're in. I'd like to help with the investigation if I can. I'm not sure I could do much more than what you're already doing, but I won't drag you down. But, Your Highness... I'm sorry, Julia. I'm afraid nothing you can say will change my mind. I may not fully understand the situation we're in, but I do know that it threatens the safety of our capital, perhaps the whole nation. I'd be a disgrace as Crown Princess if I were to just stand by and do nothing while the people I will one day rule over are threatened.
Wow, you're amazing, Chloe.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Well, welcome to the team.
Great, I'll do what I can. So, is our next destination that teleportation circle at the end of the sealed area?
Yeah, that should let us travel to the next area. Or, by the sound of it, to the next plane.
Yeah, that appears to be the technical name for the various areas that make up the land we're in. It's a concept used in the Septian Church, too. Our world is made up of a number of planes or realms situated on top of one another. At the top is the sky where the goddess dwells, below that is the earth where we live, and at the bottom lies Gehenna, where sinners are judged. Those are the main three, but in between them there are countless other planes or realms too.
So in other words, the farther down we descend, the less the blessings of the goddess will be able to reach us.
Wow, that's certainly a pessimistic way of looking at it. So does that make this realm we're in right now the one closest to Adios? Hey! Can you not say stuff like that? With all the creepy monsters roaming around, it's freaky enough around here as it is.
You sound like a child who's afraid to walk around the house when the lights are off. Although I suppose that does make sense, given that you truly are a child.
I am so not a child! Anyway, if that fake Grancel was the second plane, the next one's the third, right? I mean, it sounds obvious, but I'm not sure it's all going in one clear direction or if we might run into a fork at some point.
I think straightforward is a safe enough assumption to make for now. And while we might not know what the Lord of Phantasm, wants with us, we know it's nothing good. So even if it's not like that, that doesn't change how ugly this could get. So let's get ready for just about anything. Who knows what's waiting for us up ahead? Something wrong, Reese? If you think we might have figured something out, the rest of the class would love to hear about it.
No, it's nothing important. You're right. We should start getting ready to leave. It may be worth our while to investigate some of the doors we've encountered thus far, too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those things, but there sure are a ton of them.
At the very least, they don't seem to have been placed by any of our foes. I'm all in favor of investigating them too.
We will be dropping you for you. Alright, and we should, now that we've got Chloe and Joshua, there's one specific door that we'd be able to take a look at. So that's all good. Maybe it's just me, but it's kind of sort of maybe a bad idea to lock the next Queen of Liberl in one of those ceiling stones, right? That Lord of Phantasma should get the death penalty when we catch him. Now, I'm not in much of a position to be judging people here, but the Lord of Phantasma should get the death penalty when we catch him, if you ask me. I mean, hey, I guess they've got that in Liberl. It's clear the Lord of Phantasma is not a foe to be underestimated. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough information to try and work out who they really are. If only we had more clues to go on. I'm curious as to who that ghost that appeared in Grancel Castle is, too. And sadly, we're left with no more clues towards solving that mystery than we do any other. I'm simply glad that Her Highness is safe and well. Still, there seems to be every chance that plenty of others have been captured in the same way. We should hurry on and aid them. I'm still shocked that the Grancel we explored was a replica of the real thing given its scale. Well, I guess it's much more difficult to think that that's not the real place when you're standing inside of it, but I don't know. I just felt from the get-go there was no way that that was anything but a replica, but I think that's probably just because I've played a whole lot of video games.
But one thing is certain now. That Lord of Phantasma we encountered is the one responsible for all of this. I'm sure of it. Considering we're always traveling using warps in the cube, it's hard to be sure. But it does feel like every time we arrive at a new plane, we're moving farther and farther downward.
And judging from what that Lord of Phantasma was saying, maybe it's just playing off of Kevin's perception of this place? Like, Kevin perceives that we're moving downward and further into Gehenna, so that's what's going to happen? And if we just think that we're going to move further and further up, that's going to be the case? It's very Persona 2. Not that very few people will probably get that, but whatever.
It makes me wonder what's at the bottom of Phantasma. We seem to be getting more familiar over time with the rules for this place. Not that we have any real clue just what this place is, or what the Lord of Phantasma's trying to do here.
Go ahead and, I actually, in between this episode and the last one, my controller actually, the A button got stuck, planned obsolescence and all that. So, I ended up getting a new one. It's not as clicky as the previous one, so that's always cool.
I had just finished writing in my diary before settling down to sleep when I took a glance out the window. When I did, I saw a bright light. And next, all I could see was white.
All right. You can see the port from your window in the castle, can't you?
Yes. So, judging by all I've heard, it sounds as though the first light I saw was the cube activating, and then I was drawn in here with everyone else. If only I had known what was going to happen, perhaps I would have been able to see something after seeing the first light.
That's, well, let's look at the positives. We're never gonna run out of food or water or anything while we're here, right?
Oh, crap.
I'll pitch in with the cooking too, so don't worry so much, okay?
In that case, perhaps we could cook together later?
I'm not a bad chef if I do say so myself.
Besides, I think it'd be easier to calm down if I could take my mind off things.
Oh, sure thing. You know what? Yeah, I'd be totally up for that.
I see. So you think that Estelle might have...
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
Probably. She was right next to me when I was drawn in here, so I'd say the odds of her being here too are pretty high.
Alright, well, that is currently everyone.
Do it.
Whoops.
Let's move out.
And then you. Go ahead and heal everything up to full. And I think I'm gonna buy... Well, I might buy stuff. But for right now, we'd be best off just saving. So definitely join me next time for more Trails in the Sky the Third. Bye for now, guys.